Welcome to my channel. In this video, we are going to discuss about the multiple choice question and answer from the part classification of system. Okay, so in the previous three videos, we discussed one is the standard signals, the second one is classification of signals. Okay, so today we are going to discuss about the MCQ from the topic classifications of systems. Okay, so the first question you see amplifiers, motors, filters, etc. are example for which type of system? So amplifier, so you know the CE amplifier, that is transistor based amplifier, op amp based amplifier, MOSFET based amplifier, and similarly motors, okay, and the filters. Okay, so we studied various filters, low pass, high pass, band reject. Okay, so these systems are example for which type of system? First one is distributed parameter system, unstable system, discrete time system, and continuous time system. So this is said to be the continuous time system. Since all these systems we have to give the input as a continuous time signal. Okay, so for amplifier we have to give the sinusoidal waveform as a input. Similarly for motor we have to give the AC signal. For filter also we have to give the AC signal. So these systems are example for continuous time system. Okay. Then which one of the following is correct statement of the system characterized by the equation y of t equal to a into x of t plus b. So this is one system equation. So here the x of t is the input applied to the system. Y of t is the output taken from the system, and a and b is it's a constant values. Okay, some value. So this is this equation, it is describing one system. Check whether the system is said to be linear or not. Okay, so already you know the system is said to be linear. Okay, so the in the classification of a system there are so many types: linear, non-linear system, time variant and invariant system, then static dynamic system, causal, non-causal, invertible, non-invertible, stable, unstable. So in that, what is meant by linear and a non-linear system means a system is said to be linear when it satisfies the superposition and homogeneity principle. That is, in order to prove the system is linear or non-linear, so first we have to give the input, the two input to that particular system. First one, we have to give the input x1 of t to the system. At the time, you just find the output y1 of t. Similarly, the second input x2 of t is applied to that system. You just find the output y2 of t. Then y1 and y2 you just add. Okay, so that output you just consider as a y dash. Similarly, this two input you just add. So x1 of t plus x2 of t you just add, and you apply this input, this added input as a input to that particular system. At the time the system produces some output, it is called as y double dash. If that y dash and y double dash both are equal means we can say that it is a linear system. So you see here question. So first if you are applying the input x1 of t to that system, so we get y1 is equal to a into x1 of t. Okay, so a into x1 plus b. Okay, similarly, if you are applying the second input x2 of t to the system, so we got the output a into x2 plus b. So if you are adding these two outputs, we will get a into x1 of t plus b, a into x2 of t plus b. So 2 times b, so 2b it will come. Okay, so you just consider that output as a y dash. Similarly, the input x1 plus x2 is added, and that input is applied as an input to the system. So at the time we will get the output y double dash. So that y double dash it can be written as, so a into, instead of the input x of t, we are going to apply x1 plus x2 as an input. So a into x1 plus x2 plus b. Okay, so this is the output obtained for that system if the input is x1 plus x2. So check whether this equation is equal to y dash. So what is meant by this y dash means it is addition of these two equations. So the addition of these two equations is a into x1 plus a into x2 plus 2b. But here the y double dash is a into x1 plus a into x2 plus only b. So these two equation is not equal. So that's why the system is said to be non-linear. Okay. So you see the condition, linear for any value of b, linear if b greater than 0, linear if b less than 0, non-linear. So non-linear is the thing. Okay. If in the equation this b is not available, okay, only the equation y of t equal to a into x of t means that system is called as a linear system. Okay. But if one constant is added, okay, so you see this equation, this mathematical equation is a one non-linear equation. So that's why the equation corresponding to that system is also non-linear. Okay, so that is the thing. Then the next one, which one is a linear system? Okay, so here the three system equations are given. Y of n equal to a x of n plus c. Okay, so you see it's similar to this one. Okay, so similar question to this second question, but here it's a continuous time system. Okay, y of t equal to a x of t plus b. It's a continuous time system. Here a x of n plus c, it is a discrete system. So anyway, you know this first system is a non-linear. And the second one, y of n equal to x of n plus x of n minus 10. Okay. The third one is y of n equal to x squared of n. Fourth answer is A and C. So we have to check, you have to check and we have to say that the system is linear or not. Okay. So one by one we have to check. So first you see, you take the first equation, y of n equal to a x of n plus c. Okay. In this, so what is the thing? So first, that is first input, the x1 of n. Okay, if it is a continuous time system, we have to apply x1 of t to the x1 of t as a input to that system. Okay, but this is the discrete, so that's why you just apply x1 of n to that particular system. At the time we will get one output, it is said to be y1. Okay, so here the given equation is y of n equal to a x of n plus c. So therefore the y1 of n is equal to a into x1 of n plus c. Okay. Similarly, next one, this is y2. So you just give for the same system. So you just give the second input x2 as an input to that system. So if you are applying x2 to that system, we will get some output. It is said to be y2. So that y2 it can be written as a into x2 of n plus c. Okay. So next one, you just add this two equation. This is equation number 1 and equation number 2. You just add these two equation. So y1 of n plus y2 of n. If you are adding these two, a x1 of n plus c, a x2 of n plus c. So you just take it as a equation number 3. Okay. So what is the next step? So for the same system, we have to give the sum of these two input. So x1 plus x2. Okay. So x1 plus x2. You just give input to that system. So at the time we will get some output. That output you just consider as a y double dash. So that y double dash is equal to, so in that case, in the place of x of n, you just replace x1 of n plus x2 of n. So y double dash of n equal to a into x1 of n plus x2 of n plus c. So this is equation number 4. So you just compare this equation number 3 and 4. If these two equations are equal means we can say that linear or otherwise non-linear. Okay, so if you are checking these two equations here, ax1, here also ax1 is there. ax2 is there. Here 2c is there, here only c is there. So these two equations are not equal. So the first system is a non-linear system. Okay, so similarly we have to check the second thing. The second system is y of n equal to x of n plus x of n minus 10. Okay, so we have to verify. So what is the thing? Similar to this, first apply for that system, you just apply input x1 and you take it as output as a y1. So in the given equation, so wherever the x of n is available, you just replace with x1. So y1 equal to x1 of n plus x1 of n minus 10. Okay. Similarly, we have to find y2. What is y2? For this is the output produced by the system if the input is x2. So y2 of n is equal to wherever the x of n is available, you just replace with x2. So x2 of n plus x2 of n minus 10. Then these two equation you just add. Okay. So in the left hand side, y1 plus y2 equal to x1 of n plus x1 of n minus 10 plus x2 of n plus x2 of n minus 10. This is equation number 3. Okay. So next one, for the same system, we have to give x1 plus x2 as the input. So at the time, so what is the output we will get? So you see the y double dash at the time, the output you just consider as a y double dash. So that y double dash is equal to, in the place of x, you just substitute x1 plus x2. So instead of the first x of n, x1 of n plus x2 of n plus in the place of x of n minus 10, x1 of n minus 10 plus x2 of n minus 10. Okay, so this is x1 of n minus 10, x2 of n minus 10. So now you check this equation number 3 and 4 is equal or not. So you see x1 of n, x1 of n, x2 of n, x2 of n, x1 of n minus 10, x1 of n minus 10, x2 of n minus 10, x2 of n minus 1. So these two equations are equal. So the system is said to be linear. Okay. Similarly, the third one, y of n equal to x squared of n. Okay. So we have to check. So first, we have to find the first output y1. So in the equation, so wherever the x is available, you just replace with x1, y, you just replace with y1. So y1 of n equal to x1 squared of n. Similarly, we have to find y2. So y2 means you just replace in the place of x, you just put x2. In the place of y, you just put y2. So y2 of n is equal to x2 squared of n. Okay, then add these two equations. So if you are adding these two equations, we will get, this is third equation. And for the system, we have to give x1 plus x2 is applied as an input. So at the time, we will get the y double dash equal to x1 of n plus x2 of n, here the whole square. So x1 of n plus x2 of n the whole square. It can be expanded as, that is like a plus b the whole squared formula. So a squared plus b squared plus 2ab. So comparing these two equations, so you see, compare these two equations. These two equations are not equal. Here only the two term is there. Okay, x1 squared, x2 squared. So here also x1 squared, x2 squared is there. In additionally, one more term is there. Okay, so that's why this system is said to be non-linear system. Okay, so in the given thing, so the three thing, so in the three thing, the first one is non-linear, second one is linear, the third one is non-linear. Okay, so which one is a linear system means, so the option B is the answer. It's a linear system. Okay, so in a similar way, you just prove. If it is a continuous time system, discrete, same procedure, we have to follow it. Okay. If you want to learn more about this system problem means, so I will give link for that video in the description box, and iCard also. You can go and detailedly just study. Okay. Then the next question, a system is said to be static. Okay, so another one classification of system is static and dynamic. Okay, so what is mean by the static means? So you just see the system is said to be static means the system output, okay, the present output of the system only depends upon the present input, means that system is called as a static system. Okay, so you see the system is said to be static or memoryless. So the another name for the static system is memoryless system. Okay, memoryless system. What is memoryless means? If its output depends upon the present input only. Okay, so the very good example for the static system is logic gates. Okay, amplifier. These are all the example for static system. When we are giving the input, at the time only we will get the output. Okay, so after after removing the input, if you are checking the output, means the output is not at all zero. Okay, so the output is 0. So that's why that system is said to be static. Okay, so memoryless system, it is called as a static system. Similarly, dynamic. Okay, so what is meant by dynamic? So the other form of system, it's a dynamic. The dynamic means the other name, it is called as a system with memory. Okay, so system with some memory in order to store some previous inputs, that system is called as a dynamic. So in dynamic system, the output, okay, so it's a system in which the output at any instant of time depends on the input sample at that time as well as at other time. That means the present input depends on present output depends on present input as well as past input or future input. Okay, so present that system we are calling it as a dynamic system. So that is flip-flops. Okay, so these are all the examples for dynamic system. Okay, so the dynamic system, the other name of the dynamic system, it is called as a system with memory. So here you see a system is said to be static when the present output depends upon, okay, present input only, present and past input, present and future input, past and future input, present input only. Okay, so the system output depends upon only the present input, means it is called as a static system. A system is said to be dynamic when the present output depends upon, okay, so in that thing only present input, no, present and past or future input. Okay, so this is the answer. Okay, in dynamic system the output depends upon the present input as well as past input or future input also. Okay, this is said to be the dynamic. And so the static and dynamic problem, related problem, you see, which one of the following is static system? So you see the four choices. First one, y of t. The output y of t equal to x of t plus 2 plus 3 into x of t. So the present output, y of t means the present output. So the present output depends upon the two things. Okay, one is x of t. X of t means present input. Okay, present input means input applied at that instant. It is called as present input. What is x of t plus 2? The x of t plus 2, it is called as a future input. Okay, so you just see x of t plus 2 means future input. Future input. So according to this equation, the output, present output depends upon present input as well as future input. So the system is not static, it's a dynamic. Okay, so already you know the definition. Static system means the system output only depends upon the present input. Okay, that is a static. So here you see one more equation, y of t equal to dx of t divided by dt. Okay, so this is the differentiation of x of t. So the differentiation, it indicates the previous input. Okay, so one time differentiation of x of t means it indicates the previous input. So this is also a dynamic. And you see the next equation, y of t equal to x of t minus 1. So x of t minus 1, it is said to be the past input. Okay, so here the output depends upon the past input. So it is also dynamic. So y of t equal to e power x of t. So but here the present output only depends upon the present input. Okay, exponential of the present input. So that's why this one, it is a static system. So these three things, it is said to be the dynamic. Okay, since the output depends upon, not only depends upon the present input, it also depends upon some future input or past input. So these three systems are dynamic. So this is the answer. Then which one of the following is static? Okay, so you see in this case also, this is these four equations, it is for the continuous time system equation. So you see these thing, it is said to be the discrete equation. Okay, so discrete, it is a different. So the first one, y of n equal to x of n minus x of n minus 1. So what is x of n? Present input. What is x of n minus 1? Past input. Okay, past means previous input. So according to this equation, present output depends upon present input and past input. So it's not a static, it's a dynamic. Similarly, you see x of 2n. So x of 2n, it is a future input. X of 2n minus 1, it is also a future input. So it is also dynamic. Y of n equal to x of n minus 1. X of n minus 1 means previous input. So this is also dynamic. So y of n equal to e power x of n. So the present output only depends upon the present input. So this is the static system. Okay, so this one only static system. If x of t, x of n available, means it's a static. Then x of n minus k value or n plus k value means if the equation consisting of this n minus 1, n minus 2, n plus 1, n plus 2 term means that is a dynamic system. Then the next one is, which one of the following is a dynamic system? So here you see, according to this first equation, the present output only depends upon the present input. So this is static. Second equation, y of n equal to x of 2n, x of 2n minus 1. So x of 2n means it's a future input. This is also future input. So it's a dynamic. Okay. So here you see y of n equal to log of x of n. So logarithm of the present input. So this is the static. Okay. So this one is static. Similarly, y of n equal to e power x of n. It is also a static. So which one is a dynamic? The only thing B. Okay. The option B is a dynamic system. And the next question, the dynamic system has a memory? Yes. Okay, the dynamic system, in order to store the previous input, that is the past input and future input, the system needs some compulsory memory. Okay, so that's why the dynamic system is called as system with memory. Okay, which system is called as system with memory? Okay, static or dynamic? Dynamic. Okay, the dynamic, it is called as system with memory. Okay, memory less system is said to be static. Then the next one, a system is said to be time invariant. Okay, so the third classification of the system is time variant and time invariant. So what is mean by time variant and time invariant means, if the system behavior, okay, the input and output of the system, the input and output characteristics of the system does not change with the time, means that system is called as time invariant. Okay, so you see, time invariant, if its input and output characteristics do not change with the time, means it is called as a time invariant, or otherwise it's a time variant system. Okay, so this is the definition. So you see, a system is said to be time invariant if its input output characteristics do not change with time, its input output characteristics changes with the time. Okay, which one is correct? A. Option A is correct. Okay, its input output characteristics do not change with the time. Okay, so if you are that is that system, it produces always it produces their output only. With respect to time, the behavior is not changing. It is called as a time invariant. Next question, a system is said to be time variant if its input and output characteristics changes with the time. Okay, then a time invariant system is a system whose output increases with a delay input, decreases with a delay input, remains the same with a delay in input, vanishes with a delay in input, remains the same with a delay in input. Okay, so the time invariant system means, so for that system, the time invariant system, the condition is that, okay, so you see the y of, so this is the condition for time invariant system, it should satisfy the condition y of n minus n comma k is equal to y of n minus k, where what is y of n n comma k means, we have to apply the delayed input to the particular system, we will get one output, it is said to be the y of n comma k. What is y of n minus k means, the original output you just shift by k second, it is called as a y of n minus k. So for one system, the output delayed by k second is equal to the output produced by the system due to the delayed input. If both are equal, means the system is said to be time invariant. Okay, so that's why you see, for one time invariant system, the output remains same with the delay in input. Okay, we are applying the delayed input to that system, we will get the same output only. Okay, that's the thing. The next one, which one is a time invariant system? So the three equations is given, y of n equal to x of 2n, y of n equal to x of n minus 1, y of n equal to x of n by 2. Okay, so we have to prove which one is correct. Okay, so for time invariant system, you know, this is the condition. Okay, so what is y of n comma k? Okay, y of n comma k means we have to that is the x of n. Okay, so in this case, you just replace, okay, you just so that is y of n comma k means you just delay the output by k second. So what is the y of n equation here? X of 2n. Okay, so you just delay this output by k second. So how can you write x of 2n minus k? Similarly, y of n minus k means you just give the delayed input to that particular system. So we will get x of 2n minus k. Okay. If you check these two equations are equal or not equal. So it's a time variant system. Similarly, y of n equal to x of n minus 1. So in this, you just find y of n comma k. So y of n comma k means, so we have to replace the x of n by x of n minus k. So x of, in the place of x of n minus k. Similarly, x of n minus 1 means x of n minus k minus 1. Okay. Then y of n minus k means you just replace wherever the n is available, you just replace with n minus k. So x of n minus k into x of n minus k minus 1. Okay, so you check these two equations are equal. Yes. So it's a time invariant system. Similarly, we have to verify y of n equal to x of n by 2. Okay, so first one, you just delay this one. So x of n by 2 minus k. Next one, wherever the n is available, you just replace with n minus k. So x of n minus k by 2. So you just check these two equations are not equal. So it's a time variant. So which one is time invariant system? The second one. Okay, this is the time invariant system. The two thing is time variant system. Okay, then the next one, a system is said to be causal when the output depends on. Okay, so the fourth classification of the system is causal non-causal system. Okay, so what is causal and non-causal system means, if the system output depends upon, okay, the system is said to be causal if its output depends upon present and past input and does not depends upon the future input. Okay, so one causal system output depends upon the present and past input. Okay, only our present input and past input, but does not depend upon the future input means that system is said to be causal. Okay, or otherwise non-causal. So for non-causal system, the output compulsory depends upon the future input. Okay, so this is the definition. So a system is said to be causal when the output depends on present and past input but does not depends upon the future input. Okay, it is correct. Present, past, future, no. Future input, no. Okay, past and future, no. Okay, causal means it compulsory, it does not depends upon the future input. That is the main thing. Next, a system is said to be is defined as non-causal. Okay, non-causal when the output at the present depends on the input at an earlier time. So earlier time means previous. Okay, output at present input depends on previous input. Okay, then the second one, the output at the present does not depends on the factor of time at all. Okay, third, the output at the present depends on the input at the current time. That is, present output only depends upon the present input. The fourth one, the output at the present depends on the input at the instant of future. Okay, this is the correct answer. If one system is non-causal, compulsory, the present output depends upon the future input. Okay, future input means that is said to be the non-causal. So D is the correct answer. Next one, which one of the following is causal? So you see y of t equal to x of t plus x of t minus 3 plus x of t squared. So you know causal means if the output does not depends upon the future input means causal, otherwise non-causal. So here x of t is the present input. X of t minus 3. Okay, x of t minus 3, already I told x of t minus some value means it's a past input. So it's a present input, it's a past input. X of t squared. So you just consider t equal to 2. So 2 squared means 4. So for the present time t equal to 2, t equal to 4 is a future input. So this third term, it is a future input. So the first system output depends upon the future input. So it is non-causal. Okay. Then second one, y of n equal to x of n plus 2. So n plus 2 is a future input. Okay, so this is the non-causal. Then y of t equal to x of t minus 1 plus x of t minus 2. X of t minus 1 is the previous input. X of t minus 2 is also a previous output. Okay, previous input. So this is the causal. So in this system, The system depends upon the past inputs only. Okay, this is the 1 second past input, this is the 2 second past input, but not on the future input. So this is the causal. The another one, x of 2n square, it's a future input. Okay, so this C is the option, causal system. And is the signal x of t equal to e power at u of t is causal? This is a signal. Okay, signal classification. In signal also we can say that causal signal, non-causal signal. What does it mean? A causal signal means if the signal is available only for the positive time axis, it is a causal. So you see this equation e power at u of t. So any function multiplied with unit step function means what is the meaning? That signal is available only for the positive time. So that's why this is the causal. Yes. Okay. This is the causal signal. Okay. It's a signal, one problem. Check the following system for causality. So causality means it's a condition to check it's a causal or not. So first you see the equation, already you know the definition. What is causal? If the output of the system does not depends upon future input. It's the main thing. Okay, future input does not depends upon future input. It may depends upon past input and present input. Okay, so you see the first equation, x of n means present input, x of n minus 1 means past input. So this is the causal. Okay, this is the causal. Second equation you see, x of n is the present input, x of n plus 1, it's a past, future. So it is a non-causal. In third thing, x of n plus 1, it is a future input. This is the past input, so non-causal. Here, x of n plus 1, future input, so non-causal. So first is the answer. Then check the following for causality. So this is also in order to verify the causal. So first you see the equation x of n minus 1. X of n is a present input. X of n minus 1 is the past input. So this is the causal only. Okay, causal means doesn't come future input. So in second equation you see x of n plus 3, x of n plus 1. These two things is future input. So it is a non-causal. X of 2n, future input. So it's a non-causal. So in the three system, which one is a causal? Only one. Okay, first. So you see A is 1 and 2, 2 and 3, 1 only. 1 only is the answer. Okay. Then which one is a non-causal system? So non-causal means, you know, it must depends upon the future input. So you see the first equation x of 2n, it's a future input. Okay, it depends upon the future input. So it's a non-causal. X of n by 2, it's a previous input. X of n by 2 plus x of n, previous and present. So this is the answer. Then the discrete time system described by y of n equal to x of n squared is. Okay, non-causal, linear, time varying, causal, non-linear, time varying option is given. So first one, it's a non-causal or causal x of n squared. N squared means you just put n equal to 2. When we are in the time at n equal to 2 means here x of 2 squared. X of 2 squared means x of 4. So x of 4 is the future input. So it's a non-causal. So there may be option A, C, D, non-causal. Then the next one, it is a linear or non-linear. It's a linear system. So first you give x1 input. So y1 equal to x1 of n squared. Second you give x2. So y2 of n equal to x2 of n squared. You add these two values. Okay, then x1 plus x2 is applied as an input. So at the time we will get x1 of n squared plus x2 of n squared. So it's a linear system. And it's a time variant or invariant. It's a time varying system. So the first is a correct. Okay, with respect to time, the behavior, it will vary. So non-causal, linear, time varying system. The next classification, stability, stable and unstable system. So you see, when we take up a design of system, ideally how do we define the stability of a system? Okay, so what does mean by stability means for a finite input. Okay, so for one system, if you are giving bounded input means some finite input, the particular system produces bounded output. Okay, bounded output means finite output, means that system is called as a stability. So you see the four condition. A system is stable if bounded input gives bounded output for some value of input. Okay, for some range of input, it produces the bounded output for bounded input. Second condition, a system is unstable if bounded input gives bounded output for all values of input. No, a system is stable if the bounded input gives bounded output for all values of input. Okay, this is the correct one. A system is unstable if a bounded input gives bounded output for some value. Okay, no. So the answer C is the correct. A system is stable if it produces bounded output for bounded input for all values of input. Okay, that is the thing. And comment on the stability of the given system. Okay, so here y of n equal to x of n minus 1. Okay, we have to check this system is stable or not. What does it mean by stable? For a bounded input, that is for a finite input, the system produces finite output, means the system is stable. So here you see x of n minus 1. So you just apply x of n minus 1 as a sum 10. So what is the output we get? 10. Finite input. Finite input, the system produces finite output. So the system is said to be stable. Okay. Then what is the full form of BIBO? BIBO. BIBO means bounded input, bounded output, stable system. Okay. So it's a boundary input, boundary output, boundary input, bounded output. That is given. It's a correct answer is bounded input. Bounded means finite. Okay. The input value is in between 0 to infinity, that is called as a bounded. Next one, when is a system said to be BIBO stable? Okay, so when the boundary conditions of the system are stable, when there is a stability in overall system, every bounded input results in every bounded output. Okay, yes, this is the correct. Okay, every bounded input, the system produces bounded output. Okay, it's a correct. Then when does a signal said to be bounded? Okay, bounded means when the signal is said to be bounded means that amplitude is somewhat in a limited thing. When it is stable, when it gives slow responses, magnitude does not grow without bound. When it has small inputs. Okay, so the answer is C. The magnitude does not grow. Okay, does not grow without bound. That is bounded input means the signal it's having some finite value. Okay, the system y of t equal to t into x of t is stable or not. Okay, so it's unstable. Okay, unstable, it's a false. Y means so you see, so we are applying some finite input. Okay, x of t we are applying finite. So you just consider x of t as a some 100. So what is the output y of t? Y of t equal to here t into x of t. So the time t multiplied with 100. So 100 into t. So you know the stability for all time. Okay, for all time the system produces for bounded input, the bounded output is produced means it's a stable. But at time t equal to infinity, but at time t, here the system output depends upon input as well as the time t. Okay, in which time we are applying the input. So at a time t equal to infinity, what about the y of t? So infinity into some finite value, it is infinity. So that's why system is said to be unstable system. Okay, unstable. So at a time t equal to infinity, the output is unstable. Output is unbounded. So it is an unstable system. Then which one of the following is stable? So here y of t equal to log of x of t. So you give x of t of some finite value. So you know log of some value. Log of some finite answer is log of x of t. It will, okay, if you are giving 0 or some value means it will give something. And y of t equal to sine x of t. So you know the sine function. Okay, so the sine function value, minimum and maximum values -1 and +1. So for if you are giving the x of t any value, the sine of x of t it will provide always lies between the -1 and +1. So it's a stable system. And exponential of x of t. Whenever the exponential of x of t means it is growing. Okay, so it's not a stable. Then t into x of t plus 1. At a time t equal to infinity, this output becomes infinite. So that's why y of t equal to sine x of t is a stable system. Then a system which is linear is said to be obey the rules of scaling, additivity, both scaling and additivity, homogeneity. Okay, so the answer is both scaling and additivity. If one system is linear means it must obey the rule of scaling, both scaling and additivity. This is the answer. Okay, so these are all the some of the questions related with this system. If you want to learn more about this system problem means, so I will give the video link in the description box for linear system, time variant, invariant, and static, dynamic, causal, non-causal, and so on. So you just study that one. Okay. So thanks for watching my channel, and please subscribe my channel for more videos and keep watching. Thank you.